Okay.
She's ready, finally.
I have to get my mic in the right position. Otherwise, well, even though I keep talking away from it, I need to move again. 1 sec. Anyway.
She's still not ready.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another podcast. Here we are again.
On my own.
You did that last time.
Here we go again.
Yeah, you did that last time.
And I'm in the same jumper.
Yeah. I promise you this is a different
It's been 2
day.
weeks.
Yeah. It's
Nearly.
okay. It's okay.
Sorry,
we forgive
everyone.
her. Anyway, roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning and married life.
Number one, let's just have a quick catch up. How are you getting on with wedding planning? How's everything coming together?
I've made lots of flower decorations.
Yes, you have.
I think I've talked about I think I talked about my big delivery coming.
Yeah.
That
was basically everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's got everything in.
That's
pretty
good.
Much. Boys still don't have suits.
That's not your problem.
Yeah, I literally said to everyone they can go to Next the day before if they have to.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. It's
Yeah.
fine. Worst comes to the worst, something like, is it Moss Brothers? They're pretty good. You can just go to them, and a lot of the hire companies, I'm sure, will have stuff. So
yeah. That's just
worst comes to the worst, they can sort that out. Don't worry about that.
Not my job.
No, you've done everything else. You don't need to do that one as well.
And just sorting like admin bits like accommodation for everyone.
Yes.
And that kind of stuff really.
Yeah.
I need to start doing all the stationery and printing that, but that's the night we need to do here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because your printer is temperamental.
Yeah, I can't move it, so it has to be done here. Every time I move my printer, I have to ring the support team to get them to set it back up. So I'm not doing it if I don't have to.
No, so I will just come here for the night as long as Philippa feeds me.
I can do that. I'm not a very good host, but I can do it.
You can do a pizza.
I can do a pizza.
You're
Right.
not a bad cook. You just don't host.
I can cook, and I'm quite good at throwing things together. Like I'll find stuff and just sort of chuck it in a pan and just go for it. And I normally get something that I like. But yeah, I'm not really the hostess with the mostest, put it that way. I don't I just don't love hosting. I did have a party at my house this year though.
That was good.
Last year for my birthday, and that worked quite well, but that's kind of a serve yourself, charcuterie board, bring your own booze kind of no, Cooper. Kind of operation. So yeah. This dog is wild. He's been an angel all day whilst I've been at work. And now he's like
The zoomies.
Yeah, he's got the zoomies, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, today's podcast, we are talking about videographers.
Mm-hmm.
So following on from photographers, really, a lot of what we said with photographers goes with videographers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does really.
Like, I think the same sort of principles work with videographers, in the sense that you need to like their style.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sort of, the way they film, there's loads of different types of wedding like videos. There's more like the documentary style, which has a bit more of you talking to the camera, which isn't very popular, but people do it.
Yeah, they do.
And then you've got the sort of observational ones that are just kind of there following you around, which I think is probably the most popular.
Most of them, yeah.
And a lot of videographers, they sort of follow the lead of the photographer, I think.
From what I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much experience with videographers because I've only ever, had mine. I haven't really been to many weddings that have had videographers, or any, I don't think, actually, apart from my own.
I don't think I have either. Rob and Charlotte, maybe? That was a long time ago.
I don't know, I can't remember.
No, or me. You just got sunburnt.
I did get sunburnt at that wedding, quite terribly, actually, which is one of my superpowers, is getting sunburnt really easily. I'm very fair-skinned, so I burn really easily, but then I tan really nicely afterwards, so it's a nightmare, but it is what it is. But yeah, I haven't really been to many weddings with videographers, but I knew for a fact that I wanted one at my wedding. And the main reason for that was actually I decided, I don't even know if I was with Sam at the time. I don't think I was. I must have been. I must have been. It was mom and dad's 30th wedding anniversary, and we had a party at the house, and everybody was sat round watching their wedding video.
It was really cute.
And honestly, it was just one of the nicest like moments and like memories that I have. And we had like Nan was sat, and she was, because our granddad died quite a long time ago, and she was watching the video and watching him. And whenever he was speaking, like when he did his speech, she was like shush shush shush, like she really wanted to like hear him and see him.
That was cute.
And I think like that to me sort of cemented on that day. I was like, I have to have a videographer. The joy of watching that video with them,
definitely,
to me was like the best thing I could have done. So I really made sure that was high on my priority list. So and I think, to be honest, actually, since my wedding, our Nan has passed away, and watching her on my wedding video is such a special memory. Sure. Seeing her is just so lovely. So yeah, it is special, and it's the only way that you can really relive your wedding.
I agree. Yeah, the photos you see all the time, but the video, like the video, getting to sit and watch that on like special occasions. And
I've watched it, so we've had 2 anniversaries. I've watched it both anniversaries.
Yeah.
And like absolutely loved it, and just sort of like reveled in it and just enjoyed it. We've got the whole speeches, the whole ceremony. I don't watch the whole ceremony because it's a lot. Like,
I don't think we've got full ceremony. I think we've got speeches and like a 15-minute video.
I don't think, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think you need the whole ceremony.
No.
Like, in my opinion, that's the thing I watch the least.
Yeah.
I watch the speeches.
I feel like for videographers to edit a ceremony and they've still got to record the majority of the ceremony.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot, they're still doing it.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad to edit the ceremony and the speeches because you're often in one position.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like I need the ceremony.
No, I don't think.
Well, we're not having it.
No, I don't think it's necessary. Like, we had it because it was part of the package, and like I'm grateful I've got it, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, you definitely need your You're burying his head
literally behind my bottom.
It's not something that you're like, you definitely need the ceremony. I don't think it's like, obviously it's a very special moment, but you have that captured within the video anyway, so you'll have all of those moments captured in the video. It's just having it as sort of one long continuous video, which I just don't think you need.
No.
So lots of videographers do different packages. Like, they all have different, some tag on to photographers and do like multi-packages, which is what you would have done had you initially, for your original wedding date, that was the package you were going for. And some of them do different packages, so you can have like a 5-minute video, a 15-minute video. I think 15 is probably the max that you would really want from your a video. I don't think you necessarily need
I think so,
much more than that.
I think that's what all the ones I looked at quotes wise were around that.
I think that's a good length of time.
I think it's a good enough length of time that you'll still watch it without like making it an effort. I think you capture the feel in that mode and like in that time. And you can like see the joy and the stuff, like, you know, all of that kind of stuff. It's really easy to see the joy when you're watching like a 15-minute video. I think the videos really do capture the joy, whereas like the photos do 100%, but you know, that feeling of reliving it, I think the video really makes a difference. For sure.
So for my package, what we had a highlight reel, which was like less than a minute. Then we had a short video, which was 3 minutes. I think our long video is about 15 minutes. And then we had the ceremony and the speeches. So we had quite a big package, actually. And both video, because I initially booked a videographer, and then he couldn't do it, so I booked another one they were my top 2 choices. But yeah, so they both were very similar, if not exactly the same in the packages that they both produced. So that was a sort of I don't think I really looked anywhere else. I think I only actually looked at those 2 as options for videographers.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any others that I'd even like looked at, because they came as like recommended, and I'd seen lots of their work, and you know, people were promoting them, I guess. But with choosing your videographer, I think recommendations is a big one, and watching their videos. A lot of them will put videos on YouTube, or people will put their own wedding videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you can see the whole thing. And you can see how it's edited, you can see how it's like the tones that they use, the music that they use, and you can kind of just see what goes with.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned, that you can't really, like, it costs them a lot if you want a specific song on your wedding video.
Yeah, they can't get the rights for it.
Yeah.
So it has to be royalty-free music.
Yeah, which I didn't realise.
Otherwise, you have to pay a fortune in it. So I'd like, if I were to put mine on YouTube, I can, but because it's got royalty-free music. Whereas if it didn't, you wouldn't be able to put it on places like YouTube, and they wouldn't be able to supply it unless they'd have paid the license fee,
which costs them a lot of money.
So they'll probably pay a license fee anyway to get decent music.
Yeah, because when we looked for like the podcast intros, some of them were naff.
Free music you have to be
There's
savvy.
a range.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Cooper.
Come sit down now. Yeah, there's a range of music that's available.
Yeah.
And they have to pick the ones that are obviously the best for the moment. Like the music that we had in ours was lovely. Like I really liked it, and like it's like proper catchy, and it's, you know, obviously they're very, very talented. It's like slow in the right places, and then when it gets to the party bit, it's a bit more fun. And the same song is used in the highlight reel as in the full. Cooper just tried to shake my hand. The same song is used in the highlight reel as the full video. Like it's really cleverly thought out.
Yeah, it is.
Really cleverly thought out.
Oh yeah, they're really clever.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know that having a wedding video is top of everybody's priority.
Well, no, our friend that got married last summer, she didn't have one.
No.
She didn't have a videographer, but in hindsight, she said she wishes she has.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of people have said that to me.
Yeah. I think everyone that I've spoken to, when they're planning, been like, oh no, I'm not fussed, I'm not having it. Afterwards, they're like, I wish I did. Even just, it's a lot of money, but just to have even like your highlights reel that's like 2 or 3 minutes, it gives you just something to watch, like, straight after.
Yeah. I think like being able to watch your wedding is like one of the most special things, because you don't take it all in. He's got one on him today. Wants to be centre of attention. Goodness me.
I still think the Doug and Cooper podcast would be amazing.
I know, but what would they talk about?
I don't know, the dogs would have to tell us.
Yeah.
They'd talk about snacks, they'd talk about walks they've been on.
Yeah.
Walking with Doug and Cooper.
Maybe we could start it. Where have you been on walks? They'd have to sit still long enough though to do the whole.
Yeah, they might have to have a Zulu break.
Yeah, they'd need. Oh gosh, they would need it. Oh right, strangling ourselves on the wires. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to ours.
Yeah. In your wedding, when you're having like you're experiencing the day, you don't necessarily. Like, when I look at my video, I don't think, like, oh, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, oh, yeah, like, that moment was so special with that person. And,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Just little bits.
It brings back the memories. And I have a notoriously bad memory. And even just one drink, and I start to forget my night. Like, I'm not even drunk, but I do. That's just how my tolerance to alcohol just is. You know, how everybody has different things. So you do forget bits of it, like you do. There's conversations that I had that I'm like, I know that was a lovely conversation, but I couldn't tell you what I said. And that's not necessarily because you're drinking. It's because you talk to so many people on your wedding day, which is amazing and such a lovely thing to do. But it is really difficult when you then like try to remember every conversation and you're like, you know, like the next morning, Sam's uncle said to me, do you remember what I called you last night? And I was like, no.
You still know? Do you know yet?
Yeah, blue tip, because I blew down my dress. But like he was, to him, that was like a moment. But to me, like, yes, it probably at the time was hilarious, and and then afterwards I was like, oh yeah, I do remember you saying that. But like, because I'd had that many conversations with that many people, you just don't really appreciate it all.
Yeah.
Which is sad. So I think having your video is a moment to really sit and reflect on the whole day.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad we had it. It was never not an option.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a weird situation that the videographer we've chosen isn't going to be at the wedding.
No.
But the person she's chosen to film for her is really nice. And it just, and
she's editing it, isn't she?
Yeah.
So it'll look like one of her.
Yeah.
But just somebody
also,
else.
It took the hassle out of it. Like, we could have said, oh, well, actually, like, that's not what we want.
Yeah.
But then we would have still lost our deposit. We would have had to find someone else.
And you'd have, I don't even know what I was going to say there.
Oh,
just completely blank. Sorry. Carry on. You'd have lost your deposit. You'd
had to find someone else. That's it. That's the list.
And you might not have had the look that you initially wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
The packages, like, it might not have been what you really wanted. So I think you did the right thing.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. And she was, really lovely. Like, when we spoke to her, so it is fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I've got to the point. It's just like, go with it. With that stuff, with the moving the date.
Yeah.
There's not an option.
I think in any case in a wedding, you do at some point just relinquish control, and you just like, I have planned this day meticulously, and I have done everything I can possibly do to make it the best day it could possibly be. And now there's nothing more I can do.
Yeah.
Like, you do just relinquish control when all of your suppliers are booked, when everything's done and everything's ready. Like, I think like, this is obviously, you're way off this a little bit, but the moment that the van was packed with all of our stuff, I just went, okay, we're having a wedding.
Yeah.
Because that's all I could do. Like, you can't do any more. When everything was ready to go, we went for an Indian that night. We and then we got up and...
Oh yeah, that was so cute.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we do something like that.
Yeah, I think going for tea the night before the setup day was such a lovely thing to do.
Yeah.
Because we were only local. We all went back to our own places. Sam's groomsmen had come up, and they were a godsend.
They were so helpful on the setup day.
Well, they also helped us get all that, because we were in the flat at the time.
Oh yeah, right. Where was I think I was having like appointments.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I was having my nails done or something like that.
But the lift was broken in the flat, and we were on the 3rd floor. So we were all, and I didn't want mum and dad running up and down the stairs, because like, they just don't need to. And if I could avoid it. So dad did a couple of trips, but I didn't want him to do many.
No.
So stay here, darling. Good boy. So his groomsmen did a lot of it. And then we had the rehearsal.
Yes.
We had the rehearsal at the church, and then we went, because he can hear Sam outside. Oh yeah, and then we went for dinner, and then they came and helped us set up the next day. So yeah, they were a godsend. We were very grateful to have them. But anyway, that's not about videographers. But yeah, I think having all of the moments of the day in a film is like the best thing ever. Have I put it up on my telly?
We did at Mum and Dad's.
Yeah, we put it up on the telly at Mum and Dad's, didn't we, when we first got it? We did like a viewing.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah. Which
Ellis features so much.
Ellis is just always there.
Everywhere.
That's why he's going to love his wedding day, because everybody's there for him. He does love a bit of attention, does RL. He's going to love the fact that everyone's there for him. He's going to love the fact that there's a camera on him.
He's going to make jokes all day long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll just be living his best life. And, I mean, good for him. It's his wedding day. As much as it's yours, it's his.
You know, like, you know, the welcome signs that say, like, the bride's name.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like Hayley's wedding featuring Ellis. It's the other way around for us. I think I've said that before.
I mean, you've done majority of the planning. Like, he's obviously done all the moving.
No, but he's got such main character energy.
But like, yeah, it is him. Like, it is about him.
Yeah.
100% it's about him.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, to each their own. Bless him.
Wouldn't be surprised if he wore white.
Nor would I. That's probably why you think he hasn't sorted the suits out. But in reality, he's in white, and all of his groomsmen are in, like, I don't know.
Like pink.
Yeah.
They're probably all shorts as well.
No, they're in like purple with the ruffles, you know, the ruffled shirt. Like, you know, on in betweeners when they say too jazzy.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what Ellis is going to be in.
And I can see Sam in that.
I mean, yeah, me too. He'd love it. They all would, actually. I mean, I don't know all of his groomsmen that well, but the ones I do know, they would thrive.
I don't know that Adam would thrive. I don't know that I've ever seen Adam in a suit, actually.
No, he'll probably come in his, like, farm boots.
And a shuffle.
Yeah, yeah. We can have that for a later. You can take the jacket off and put his shuffle on.
He can do what he likes, as long as he looks nice in the pictures, which he'll look gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
His purple suit.
Yeah, I think investing in photography and videography is like one of the biggest things that you can do.
Yeah.
Because those are what stay.
Yeah.
The bits and the things that are there on the day. Like, obviously, having a good band, alcohol, well, drinks, food is important to make your day good. But what is the lasting memories?
How do you keep them otherwise?
Yeah, I always, if anyone ever asked me, I would say, if you can afford it, do it. Yeah. And I genuinely would have cut other things out.
Yeah, same.
Like, and I think I did, really. Like, I think I was very frugal on other things to make sure that
you could afford it.
I could afford my videographer and photographer, and they were almost one of the first things that went in the budget.
Same.
So it's, I think personally, from a personal perspective, it's a big thing, and I would 100% recommend it. But I understand that it's not in everybody's budget. But honestly, I think you probably would regret it.
Yeah, I agree.
And there are levels of videographers. Like, there are different price points. You know, if you just want somebody to capture the day, then I would, you know, hire a film student or something like that. Somebody who's got a camera that can come along and do something. Do it. Like, get someone to do it. There's so many people out there that create incredible work, that just having the footage of it, even if nobody edits it together, having the footage of it, and then, you know, a few years down the line, you're like, oh, we've got some spare money, let's take all this to somebody and put it all together.
The other thing I've seen, have you seen loads of people doing the old cameras?
And Love
you
it.
can hire them.
Yeah.
And then they will put it together
so
for
it's like
you.
Black and white.
Not even black and white, no, it's just like, you know, like the videotape cameras.
Oh, yes, I've seen those, and they come like packaged with everything you need.
Yeah.
And you film the day, and then you package it back up, send it back to them, and then they'll send you an edited video.
Yeah.
I think that's so clever. So that is a good way of doing it. Obviously, you'd have to have somebody designated.
Especially for the ceremony and speeches.
Yeah.
But for everything else,
you just have someone, just tell everyone to pass the camera around. Yeah, I do love that idea, actually.
Yeah,
I do really cool. Love that idea.
And a way of saving money, still getting your video.
Yeah, 100%. There's so many ways that you can make it more budget friendly.
Yeah.
You can have the shorter videos. You can have like a student or somebody who's new wanting to build their portfolio. Yes, a content creator is a different type of video, but again, you're getting
they are owed their own thing.
Yeah, and I actually have no idea how much a content creator would be. I've never ever looked.
I've not had one, so we need to go and look at that, I think.
Yeah, but they're
fairly new, aren't they? I don't think even for your wedding there weren't many.
I don't remember I don't remember it being a big thing. Like, it obviously was around because there are people who had content creators at their wedding, but it wasn't for me. Like, it wasn't something I didn't even think of it.
No.
Didn't even cross my mind.
No.
So, yeah, that is definitely another option. Or if you just want more, you know, if you've got a bigger budget and you want more footage, then getting a content creator as well is a great idea.
Yeah.
So, like, having sort of multi people, I guess, to sort of capture it does make a difference. And you can do things like playing a game with people, like get a video of this, get a video of that, and then upload it to like a Dropbox or something.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you have like videos of everything. Like, there's a moment in my wedding, and for ages I didn't know what. Basically, me and Sam are in the middle. My friend had made a reel of the day, and at the end of it was or it wasn't quite the end, but part of it, there was a video of us in the middle and everyone around us.
Yeah.
And I'd asked her loads of times, like, what's the song? Like, I can't remember the song. And she kept saying, I think it's Don't Look Back in Anger, but I can't find the video. And then it was obviously our anniversary a few weeks ago, and it popped up that I'd been tagged in somebody's videos and photos from the day, one of our cousins. So I looked through it, and she had a video of it, and it was Don't Look Back in Anger. So it was really like that moment, because that moment to me, I remember everyone being around us. I remember like everyone was singing. You can see everyone singing, and I didn't realise. I just couldn't think what the song was. And then when I watched her video, I was like, "Oh, that's it."
Put it up?
Charlotte. So yeah, but lots of people videoed moments of my wedding, and I like that. To me, wasn't a problem. Like, there's videos of me walking down the aisle on Facebook. Like, I personally, I don't mind. Like, I never said don't video anything. It wasn't offensive. Like, you can't see it. There are moments when you can see phones. Like in the ceremony, you can see a few people with phones as I'm walking down the aisle, but it's not like, it's not sticking out into the aisle over me. Do you know what I mean? Like, me and Sam didn't even turn around when I came down the aisle. He just kept looking forward the entire time.
Ellis doesn't break down in tears. I'm going to go out. I'm going to tell someone to kick him, and we'll try again.
Well, I just don't.
It's a short aisle. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah, I don't. Sam just didn't look at me, and I was expecting him to turn around.
Yeah, the first person you looked at was George with his tash.
Yeah. George's moustache was brilliant. I'd asked him to shave a moustache the night before, and I didn't think he was going to do it. And I got to the top of the aisle, and there he was, moustache. I was howling, laughing. Mom thought we were crying.
It's so funny
because I was like shaking because I was laughing so much, and Mom thought that I was like hysterically crying. She thought something was wrong, and I was like, "No, Mom, I was just laughing at George's moustache." She was like, "Fair enough." So yeah, that was brilliant. That was a great surprise when I got to the end of the aisle.
And you can see it in the video.
Yes. Yeah. That moment, because you hear me. I say to Dad, look at his moustache, and that, like, you can hear me. We're talking about it. It's really funny. So yeah, those sorts of moments that you want to capture, like, they're just so lovely. And the moments where in the drinks reception where we're talking to people, you can just see us sort of like mingling and talking to people, and you're like, oh yeah, and you can see people like stood waiting to talk to you. Like, it's just such a lovely moment, I guess.
Cute. It was lovely.
Yeah.
I get mine soon.
I know, yeah. Countdown's on now.
2 months, 86 days. Not 2 months and 86 days. 86 days. 2.5 or something, like 3 months next Friday at the beginning of June.
I was going to say, your timings make me go crazy.
It was literally just 3 months, like last week.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months and 4 weeks, or 86 days.
86 days, yeah. Because I was just thinking, like, how could it be 2 months?
2 months and 86.
But you do that all the time. You always say, like,
I say less.
You always do. Always say less. You're like, it's in like 6 weeks, and it's in like,
everything's 6 weeks away to me.
Yeah, but it's actually like 10 weeks away, but 12's too far for her, so she has to say 6 weeks because that feels better.
Mm-hmm.
She loves it. She always does it, but fair enough. She's just getting excited, that's all.
Coopy's going to be a wedding boy.
He's not going.
Well, I want you to, but you're too crazy.
He's not invited.
You weren't on the invite.
No, you weren't on the invite list. Sorry, Coops. Dougie's going.
Only for a bit.
It's all right. We've just sorted doggy daycare today.
Yeah.
Exciting. We've sorted where the dogs are going, because that's the hardest thing when you've got dogs. Where do you put them?
When everyone that you normally have.
Yeah, like even my in-laws are coming, so I can't even ask them to have them.
Nope.
So one of my friends is going to have them. Bless her. Thanks,
Love
you.
Right.
This is a short one, guys, because in all honesty, we don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to videographers.
No, we just think do it.
Like, we can only go off our experience. And if I'm honest, everything that we said last week about choosing a videographer is exactly the same. When I was researching it, they say the exact same thing.
Yeah,
do your research, get recommendations, watch their content, have a conversation with them. Like, it's all exactly the same as the photographer. So when picking a videographer, you do just need to follow the same steps as photographers. So go back and listen to photographers episode,
and you'll know what we're on about.
And then you'll know what we're on about, and then you've got both. Then you can listen to photographers and videographers. But yeah, that's a bit about videographers. Again, if there's any videographers out there that would like to come and chat to us, we would be very grateful to, talk to you about how you find shooting a wedding and your techniques and
how you got into it,
and what sort of the best method that you found for making it look most natural. But yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yep.
So for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.